Well, Alexander died in 1894 at the age of 49. And that meant his son, his eldest son, would succeed him as Nicholas II. He would be the last. Nicholas was 26. He wasn't very tall. He wasn't short, but he wasn't very tall. He was fit and handsome and athletic. He was very good looking, with pale eyes, and he was the best educated Tsar in all of Romanov history. He spoke French and English without accent. Facts and figures he could reel off, but he was not too swift. His father once referred to him as a nitwit, and this is difficult for sons and fathers, I can imagine. Alexander didn't give his son much preparation for governing. That was the problem. Had no confidence in him. And it turned out that Nicholas had very little vision and practically no imagination, which was essential under the circumstances, to have some concept of government and what to do. Didn't. He was perfectly content with the status quo. He was dedicated to his father's autocracy. And he was utterly sincere. Certainly in his religion, he was rather superstitious. But I have always warned audiences about sincerity in high office, as if you didn't need it today. Well, Nicholas was a diffident, irresolute man, and this is always a problem for people trying to deal with them. You never know what they're thinking, and they don't declare themselves. Well, as far as his marriage was concerned, it was a love match. He and his mother and siblings were touring Europe and then England in the 70s and into the 80s, I mean. And they were staying with Queen Victoria, and he met Alex of Hesse-Darmstadt. She was in her late teens, he was in his first 20s, and it was love at first sight. Absolutely, passionately fell in love. When he told his parents they wanted to marry Alex, they said, "What? She's a German! How could you?" Sound like my mother. And yet he was, diffident, irresolute people, frequently when they get an idea into their heads, you cannot shake them, no matter if that is good or bad. Well, in this case, it wasn't a bad idea. And Alexander III was too ill to deal with it. But his wife, Marie, the empress, said, "Oh, let them marry, for goodness sakes." So they were betrothed in the same year of Alexander III's death. And I think he died on the 1st of November, and Alex and Nikki were married on the 14th. There weren't even any times for obsequies. They just got married in a hurry. And this, of course, precluded any independent celebration of their marriage. He ascended the throne, and the coronation was the first thing that happened in their lives.